everyone. Hello, Connie. Hello, Vicky. So nice
Hi.
of y'all to join us today.
Hi, Connie. Hi, Vicky. How are you both?
I know we've gone on a little early, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you.
That's okay.
Connie's in the front row working and listening, and I'm going to do this 1.5 rows. Hi,
Hi,
Roberta.
Roberta. Well, thank you so much, Roberta. I know we all have different obligations and they seem to just hit all the time, don't they?
Hi,
Good
Jeannie
morning,
T.
Jenny T.
Hi,
How are you?
Candy.
And Candy. Hot diggity dog.
So, I thought today we could talk about what causes us to lose our crojo and how do we get it back. We're not going to start talking about that now, but
Be thinking about it.
yeah. So, because I know, I know for me, when I get really frustrated, like with that table runner that I did for Maureen, when we were trying to ad- adjust the Afghan and just make it 3 rows and trying to figure out the math. Well, Maureen figured it out correctly and Keri fixed it incorrectly. And then it was all whacked. And Taffy says, why not do it the length of the bedspread and then just go up 2 rows or 2 pineapples? And I was like, oh, duh, that makes it way easier. Okay. I don't know why we couldn't think of that because we like to make things difficult.
Well,
Hi,
yes.
Rachel.
Good morning, Blind Stitches. How are you? What's
So,
up, Keri?
huh?
Blind Stitches wants to know. She said, hello, everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat. What's up?
So, we're talking about what causes us to lose our mojo, our crojo, and what we can do to get it back. So I was talking about that table runner that I made for Maureen and how it really got the best of me in the beginning. And then when we started doing it the way, of course, it can be made harder. I can and will, LOL.
That's
Right,
what
Roberta?
Roberta said.
We must be related.
Roberta also said she loses her crojo when she gets depressed. And you know what, Roberta? For me, whenever I get depressed, that's what I go to. I go to my crochet because it's my therapy for me. I honestly, because I taught for over 30 years, I would sneak in my crochet projects, you know, every moment I got. So I didn't get to ever experience that, not wanting to do it. But I've been retired now almost 3 years. This is the third school year starting that I'm not teaching. But anyway, so I really haven't hit that wall of I don't want to crochet right now, or I don't want to crochet anymore for a while. I really hope that I never hit, you know, experience that.
Kathy.
But I
Sorry,
do know that for some people, you know, it does happen.
it does.
Yeah. Hello, Nana Kathleen. How are you? And
So,
Roberta says, yes, you, me, Keri, we're sisters.
what I have found, and Froggy said to me one morning we were crocheting, because the first thing that I do when I get up, and don't anybody laugh at me, but the first thing that I do when I get up is I make a cup of coffee and then I sit back, I grab my crochet, take a drink of coffee, and then I start crocheting. that it's usually that fast. Hi,
Hi,
Sandra.
Sandra.
So if I lose it, then stuff doesn't get done. Like my luck of the draw 5, the 2 that I was doing are still sitting in the tote in front of me because I could still do them. I have the numbers written down and I want to get them done. I'd like them to be done, but I don't want to take the time to do them.
Right now. Just say right now. There you go.
Right now. So right now there's just too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hello,
10.
Sharon. Sharon, how are you?
Hi, Sharon. 10 boxes in my living room, and 4 of them have Karen cakes in them, maybe 5 of them. One of them is for if you change the routine, life just is all discombobulated. It is.
You're right, Roberta.
It really is.
Yeah.
And Froggy asked me, she goes, "You are so disciplined." And I said, "No." Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, Melissa. How are you?
It isn't discipline.
I'll get with you in a little bit. I'm in a Zoom.
It isn't really discipline. I enjoy it that much.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. And I love to make things for people like that blue. This is my granddaughter's first year teaching. I crocheted about 50 fall colored leaves for her classroom. Hope she can find a use for them. Well, she could put their names on them and pin them. What grade is she teaching? Because if she's teaching like a younger grade, the leaves can be used with the name tag.
Yeah.
And
okay. Well, thank you, Connie.
did you try to mute?
Yeah, it's okay. They'll be back.
Okay, so to mute in this is different to mute in Zoom.
Yeah.
So you just have to click on the little mic.
I know.
Okay.
It just didn't take. Evidently, I didn't hit it hard enough, but that's okay.
Okay.
But thank you, Connie.
And then they could do. Yeah, wake me up,
Third grade.
3rd grades border a bulletin board, hang as a bunting, etc. That's right. She can do all of those things. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Kim.
I mean, even for 3rd graders, she could use them for name tags, and then they could put their names on the bunting.
Yeah.
The ones that they use for their names, once they get everybody's name down, you know. And it isn't just for the kids to know the names; it's for the teacher to know the names.
Yeah.
Really. Because kids are quick.
Yeah. Well, kids only have, one teacher, depending on how the school system is set up, maybe 1 or 2 teachers' names to remember, whereas teachers have, depending again on what grade, as many as from 30 to 150 names to remember. So,
right.
Yeah.
I was going to say 26, but yeah, that's a dream. that happened years ago. I forgot. They've been in school 3 weeks. They should know
names by now.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I thought that they were just starting school. Okay.
Well, we were talking to a few people where kids' schools actually did not start until after Labor Day.
Yeah, our schools
Remember?
didn't start until after Labor Day.
Oh my goodness! Roberta said her kids moved rooms in kindergarten and up. Oh wow! Our school, the kids didn't start switching teachers' rooms until the 3rd grade. See, Jeannie T said that they just started school there this week. So
yeah. Oh my.
Yeah, that's right, Nana Kathleen. She could use them as fall decorations in the classroom, and really that would take her all the way through to Thanksgiving if you think about it.
She could take what's the paper called that they come on those big round
Construction,
rolled paper that you
yeah,
can take. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Okay, so they could take one of those and somebody could paint a tree and then they could put leaves on it and
Yeah,
then they could put it up on the wall.
yeah.
They could do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Great paper. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying school started just this week. In Texas, when I was little, many, 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 many years ago, school didn't start until after Labor Day. And then I think about the time I hit junior high was when we started, like the week before, and then it's just crept up each year. And this year, kids started back August 19th. So, woo, they've barely been out 2 months.
Yeah. Well, I'm all about, and you know what? Kids would hate me, but I'm all about year round school, giving them a 6-week break
Mm-hmm.
or, 3 weeks and
Yep.
putting them back in school for
Yep.
2 months and then giving them a 3-week break and putting them back in school for 2 months or however it is that they would work that.
Yep.
Um,
Well, it's been proven that when kids have that long of a break, um, there is a lot of information that is lost, especially information that you teach them right there at the end of the school year. You're giving them, new information that they're going to be exposed to the next year.
next year, and it's
Yeah,
information that they need to know.
right. Um, and I can tell you as a teacher that normally you spend the very first 6 weeks of school recapping everything that they learned the year before. So you actually don't start teaching new material. And I'm speaking from a math teacher's point of view. You really don't get to start teaching them new material until about that second 6 weeks of school. So, there's a whole six
Yeah, because you
weeks.
have to go over what you had taught, what
Mm-hmm.
they were taught at the
Yeah.
end of the year before. Thank you so much, Melissa. I'm really not. I'm real. My creative side of my brain really doesn't work. It was just the idea that popped into my head,
Mhm.
and it just was a lucky creativity thing. But hi, Amy.
Good morning, Amy. How are you? Roberta says most kids have something or know someone that has entries in the fair, so they'll not be in school or to be able to concentrate. Yeah, you're right there too. But I agree.
Hi, Hook Crochet.
Year round also helps parents schedule time off. Absolutely.
So,
Hello, Hook Hook. Just
how
trying to catch up in the
do
chat.
Meg had summer work on the computer for math? Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You're just being modest. No, really, I'm not. My creativity. Okay, so in I can't remember if it was 7th or 8th grade. We had to make up a story, And then we had to read it out loud to our class. And I could not think of anything. So I sat down at it was my mom and dad's house at the time. Sat down on the front porch and was sulking, looking down on the stairs, and all of a sudden I see all these ants. And I go, bing, 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 bing. And I'm like, I can write about ants and how, well, stupid me, I didn't. Hi, Pat Dancer.
Hello, Pat. How are you today?
I didn't write like about the wonderful things that ants could do. I wrote about how these ants were traveling. It must have seemed like forever on my dad's porch. It was really stupid. And everybody in class laughed at me, and I was so embarrassed. It was horrible. Horrible.
Amy says she's snuggling with a baby right now.
I'm so jealous.
Yes.
That baby for me.
Pat said that she had missed you for a while because Nightbox dropped her off your channel. She wants to know how your health is.
My health is good. My knee is a little bad. My hips are okay. My back, they're gonna do another branch block on it and see how much relief I get from it. And then depending on the relief that I get, if I get 80% or more, then they'll burn the nerves in that area of my back, which will really help out because I feel hunchback. So that'll be really good. And then because I don't use the back of the chair and crochet like this, when I could, because I was doing it yesterday, but I just don't think about it. And there's really no way to sit this chair up with the feet out.
Yeah.
To make it comfortable for me. And I'm going to have to get one of those long log type things.
Yeah.
But so my neck is bothering me too. But other than that, Miss Pat Dancer, I'm doing great. I moved and things are way better. Hi, Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Hi, Mimi Cat Doo.
Hello, Mimi Cat Doo. How are you? Nana Kathleen said that when she lived in Wyoming, some teens took off school during hunting season. Yes, they do that in Texas too. They also drove to school with rifles hanging in the cab of their trucks. Yep.
Oh,
my brothers did it all the time, and it was never a big deal.
Oh, my. Okay, so the topic of today was how do you get your crojo back? But I guess the first thing that we need to talk about is how do you lose your crojo? Like what happens to make you lose your crojo? And one of mine was and it didn't make me lose it for very long. I just had to switch projects. But I was working on that table runner for Maureen, and I was just ready to pull out my hair. And I just had to say, okay, you're in timeout.
Thank you, Jeannie T.
Thank you, Jeannie. So what is it that makes you lose your yarn or your crojo? Maureen?
Well, like I said, I've been very fortunate in that I haven't experienced that yet. I think, though, a lot of it for me has been that my grandma was very insistent that I'd start one project and finish it. So I didn't have multiple projects going at one time. Um, since I've been retired, I have found, especially in this past year, that I'm starting to branch out
Mm-hmm.
and have larger projects. I have like 3 right now. And guys, that's about to drive me a little nuts because when I pick up one, I want to get it finished. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make myself spend like maybe an hour or so on this one, put it down, pick up the next one, um, so that I can have 3 finished along about the same time. Um, I think if I was to lose my crojo, it would just be because all of a sudden I've either done too many of the same type of project. I can probably tell you this, that if I had to do a blanket, that would probably cause me to lose my crojo because blankets are not my thing. I really don't like making blankets. I don't mind making afghans or lapgans, but to take on a blanket, no. That's my daughter's scene. She loves doing that. So,
I love making blankets.
and I don't. Um, Yarn Barf says, I think I lose my crojo when none of my projects are coming out well.
See, and I think that's probably why I have so many whips and UFOs,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like to lose my crojo. Hi, Rita.
Hello, Rita, my little sister. How are you doing? Jenny T says she loses her crojo when she gets overwhelmed with too many orders. Then I have to stop. I have chemo brain, so I can't handle a lot. Um, you know, Jenny T, I think that's what my grandma suspected in me, is that if I got too many things going at one time, that I would just get overwhelmed and, you know,
Hi,
would
Bridget.
just put it all down and not go back to it. So, good morning, Bridget. Sorry, thought I was going to sneeze. Rita says, I'm making a blanket now, getting done with mine that are a little heavy so I can sleep better. Oh, well, that's good. Oh, Rita says she's okay, but she still has a lot of pain. But that's from your traveling home, isn't it, Rita? Okay, I missed something about Christy.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, she said it's they're getting it. Yarn Barf won some yarn. Yes, I think from Melissa Crochet and Agreement. So they're
Oh,
talking about getting together to get that straightened out.
yeah. That's awesome. I started making me out of my yarn color, and I'm going to have to order some more, Melissa.
Good
Um, I started
morning, Bryn.
making
Sorry,
who? Oh, Bryn. Hi,
Bryn
Bryn.
Michelle.
I started making a round granny square. That sounds funny. That contradicted itself. A round granny square. A round granny.
There you go.
Oh my. It's too early for this.
Mimi Cat Do says that life stresses cause me depression and I lose my crojo for a short time. But then it helps me to calm down and to become productive again. Blind Stitches says I lose mine because I can't see, so I don't have a lot of confidence when it comes into your crocheting skills, which I know I can crochet anything. I just need to believe in myself that I can do it. Yes, ma'am, you can.
Yes, you can do it, Marshally. Most of what I make, I donate. When someone asks me to make something so many times, they don't follow through. Oh, that's annoying.
Yes, it is. It sure is.
And I've made a few things for people, but I don't do a lot of commission projects because then it would become boring for me. I like to do it for fun. I like to give stuff away to people. I don't if I have to start selling it then it's a job.
Yeah.
And I just like it to be.
Oh, Pat. She says, I seem to have lost my crojo because no one in my family shares my crojo love. But that's why you have us, Pat. We're your crojo family. We love crochet. You love crochet. Don't let what your family, I mean, I understand. Um, Sometimes my family gets a little overwhelmed with, hey, I made this for you. I'm sending it to you. And every once in a while they have to say, Mom, back off a little bit. We've got enough for right now. It's okay. Um, yeah. I know there's many of you out there that I'm sure when your family opens it up, it's like, oh, this is nice. And when they say that, that maybe that's that one project too many you've shared with them. But good morning, Angela. How are you?
Good morning, Angela. Because my thing is really blankets and doilies. My mom doesn't need any more doilies. My family's got all the blankets that they need. My mom wants a blanket for the back of her couch, but I haven't found the right blanket yet. Oh, wait, I have found the right blanket. I just haven't done it yet.
Oh, Bryn said that her dad's profile got cloned on Facebook. They made it easier to get rid of cloned accounts as he can hardly see. And I was able to get rid of it. Well, that's awesome. And I agree with you, Bridget. I live by the rule that anything that's asked for is a commission. And I always make certain that they understand that in the beginning, especially if it's outside of family. Only when I make it freely is it a gift. Um, for my family, they know they can call and say, hey, Mom, can you make this? And if they're giving it as a gift, then they are at least willing to buy the yarn for me. And I don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
But when a friend or, friend of a friend, so to speak, ask if I can do something. Yes, I can. How much are you willing to pay? And then I can tell you what your options are. Always yeah.
It's one of the things that Lala does from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. Hi, Miss Pat.
Good morning, Miss Pat. How are you?
When people ask her to make them things, because people don't realize how much yarn really is.
No, and especially now.
She will have them go to a store and pick out the yarn that they want.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then, depending on what they want, they first need to tell her what they want her to make.
Right.
And then she'll tell them, okay, well, this is how many skeins you'll need of the color.
Right.
And then they'll go to the store. They'll go to the store. They'll go to the store and they'll look at the yarn and they'll be like, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, after they paid for the yarn, they're not going to want to pay for anything else.
Right.
So,
that's when you know for certain that they really want that particular item. Or I'll sit down with them and, show them on a website, we can get this, this, and this. This is how much you're going to pay, and this is how much you're going to need. And then on top of that, I'm going to charge you X number of dollars in labor. Right. So that's right, Rita.
Marsha Lee, all you have to do is type the word drop, sweetie. Hi,
Lisa. Good morning, Lisa. How are you today?
We're talking
and Denton. Hello, Denton Cherry.
We're talking about losing our crojo and how to get it back. Well, we haven't started the how to get it back yet.
I think starting with something new,
Yeah,
or
me too.
maybe just a small project that you can see is done within just a short period of time, like
Like a
within that one
washcloth.
day.
My friend wanted me to make shawls for her daughter and her niece. I told her that I would and gave her a link to Joann's and what yarn to buy. Haven't heard from her since. I am poor. She is. She isn't probably. Right, Christy?
Yeah, exactly, Rita. Palette cleansers, like I said, small projects. It's the little things. My go-to in between big projects is I
Oh,
just
she is
whip them out.
working. She is working and making really good money. All I got is Social Security check a month.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I like to make up small things like washcloths, dish towels, face scrubbies, that kind of thing. Something quick and easy that you can do mindlessly for a little while you're thinking of what you want to do next. Um, and I'm not like Keri. I don't have a box or two of unfinished projects. Um, like I said, that was ingrained in me from my grandma. So let's see.
Well, and we're talking projects from. So I started crocheting again in June of 2020, and there's projects from then
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in that tub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blind Stitches says, Miss Keri, I love sweaters and cardigans, so I want to take a blanket pattern and design a sweater. That would be awesome. You know, I've taken a lot of my scarf patterns and just expanded them into like front and back panels and adding sleeves. So, yeah, blanket patterns are a great place to get an idea to make a sweater with or a cardigan.
And what I do to like, for instance, for this stitch, and you probably can't see, and I can't get close enough yet. After I finish this row, if I finish it before the end of life, I'll get closer and show you. It's the double V, no, two, I don't remember.
It's from Crochet Grandma.
Yeah, Creative
Creative.
Grandma did a tutorial on it, and
Yeah.
it's so you have a double crochet on both ends, and then you skip one, and then you do two double crochets in the next stitch, two double crochets in the next stitch, then you skip two, then you do your repeat, two in the stitch, two in the stitch, and then you skip two, and it just flies. So I saw that and I was like, oh, I'm going to make a blanket out of that, and I did. I made a baby blanket out of it, and it turned out wonderful. So
Yarn Barf says that it's raining where she's at, but she's in a lot of pain. So she's just having coughing and tramadol now. Well, Yarn Barf, I will keep you in my prayers. I know that the weather can really affect many of us. Froggy is down right now with a migraine. So I'm sure it's weather related. Um, Bryn said in her class, she got a 98 out of 100 on an anatomy exam. And man, people hate me because I did so well. Well, Brand girl, you just take that 98 and you wave it like a big flag, and congratulations to you, lady.
yes, congratulations.
Rita says, this blanket is heavy and warm, so I had to open my window to work on it. We have 59 degrees Fahrenheit here. That's not warm. Oh, you're talking about the blanket being warm. I understand that. Yes. Exactly, Candy. They shouldn't be upset with her. She deserves her that reward for her hard studies.
That's right.
Carrie
Congratulations.
Jetton says, "Yep, weather triggers migraines for her as well. I hope you feel better soon, Yarn Barf."
Yeah. Well, I don't think the weather ever does anything to
Mm,
me. I've never put one and one together. Like my body, I've never noticed that it hurts more when it's raining or it gets colder. I've never been able to tell, oh, my knees hurt, it's going to
mm,
rain.
yeah. Well,
Um,
Yarn Barf, for me, um, the rain doesn't bother me as far as my body is concerned, but I am a sunshine girl and I need the sunshine. So when I have too many days of it being cloudy, I find my depression kicks in. Um,
mhm.
or I start getting anxious. I go around, start flipping on all the lights and opening all the windows and everything to try to get as much light in as I can because I'm just not a cloudy day kind of girl.
Yeah, that's these lights that Jen bought me are super bright.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that puppy cute?
She's she's a puppy in age, folks, but she's not a puppy in size. Her name is Lacey May, and she's a red bone tree walker hound mix. She just turned 5 months. Well, actually, she's like 5.5 months old now, and oh, she's a handful.
Jeannie T said, yes, Maureen. Sun is important for me
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yeah, but thank you, Yarn Barf. She is a really beautiful dog. She really is,
Yeah.
but she's
And
a
she won't
handful.
grow into those ears.
No, I honestly thought she would, because most puppies do grow into their ears. Those ears are growing right along with her. Okay.
So, what do you guys do to get your crojo back? You work on something small, and is there anything else that you can do?
You're welcome, Yarn Barf. Tell you another thing that might spark your crojo is maybe going on Pinterest and go down the rabbit hole. You know what I mean?
You know,
Or
I have a hard time finding. Pardon me. I have a hard time finding patterns. Hi, Pat. Good morning.
how are you?
I have a hard time finding patterns on Pinterest. I mean, I
Well,
see the pictures and I love it, and then there's no
mhm.
pattern. And it's like,
Well, thank you, Pat Dancer, for joining us. I really do appreciate you being here.
love you, sweetie.
If you didn't, please be sure to hit your thumb up on the way out. It sure does help Keri.
Thanks, Maureen.
Rita says that she says she just changed projects. She knits, does dishes, housework, and boom, her crojo is back. I like that. That's really good.
That is good. Hi, Christine.
Good morning, Christine. How are you?
It is Christine, right?
Kristen.
Kristen.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Kristen. My eyes are deceiving me.
Bryn says she has so many hobbies. If I get bored or lose crojo, I go to another hobby like diamond paint or knit or something else. Candy said she didn't crochet for a long time. It took Donna getting sick for me to start crocheting. It was like a stress reliever. Oh,
Yeah.
Donna getting seriously sick for you to start your crocheting.
Yeah.
Give it here. I gotta have it. No. Oh, that's awesome. Pat says that she watches different tutorials or listens to y'all's yarn hauls. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just finding another pattern. Like
Yes.
if you're wanting to make a shawl and the shawl that you're making is like totally just like not working out. Oh, oh, excuse me. Not working out for you or you're not liking it. Finding another shawl pattern might do the trick.
Right. Candy says that the only hooks that she likes to use are the ones that Donna gave her before she passed. I understand that, Candy, believe me. Um, I've only ever used my Susan Bates because that's what Grandma started me on. Um, and so it's just kind of like my tribute to her. I'm not saying I wouldn't ever try another hook because I am waiting for Furls to get their those metal streamlines back. Everybody keeps telling me, "Oh, Maureen, they'll bring them back. They'll bring them back," and it's like, "Well, hurry it up and bring them back." Blind Stitches says, "See, I don't like small projects. They drive me crazy. I prefer the big ones. My problem is just finishing it."
Yeah. And I haven't tried it yet, Pat. I think I'm going to make a another luck of the draw and I'm going to use that stitch.
It's a nice stitch. I really like it.
But I got to figure out what color is going to be my main color. So,
Sharon says that she's kept motivated by making lots of small donation projects like setting personal goals and showing my stuff off. I like appreciation. Yep. Yep. That is one really good way, isn't it, Sharon? That's why I make so many washcloths and face scrubbies and little hand towels. We have a woman's shelter in San Angelo. It's called Women in Crisis. And I love making those and dropping off a bag. So you're right. Oh, that's nice, Candy. She says, I've used other hooks. I just prefer the clovers she gave me. That's
yeah.
because there's a nice memory attached to them, right, Candy? So, what is your go-to project um, when you are trying to recharge yourself or to get your crojo back?
Yeah.
Because I need ideas if I ever lose my crojo, folks. Yarn Barf says, yes, Sharon, you get positive feedback and it keeps you going. Angela says, I can see what you're making. Oh, can I see what you're making?
Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm just doing luck of the draw.
Rita says the women's shelter in her mom's area was so thankful for getting baby blankets, socks in all sizes. So that's a good small project to work on. Yes, it is. Pat says she would like to learn how to make beanies for cancer patients. Um, I was chatting with Lynn. Does Lynn have a channel, Keri?
No.
Okay. She makes beanies for.
Her last name's Como, though.
Excuse me?
Her last name's Como, though.
Okay. She makes beanies for cancer patients, and she uses cotton for sure. And you're going to want to use a cotton that doesn't split.
Yeah, not the kitchen cotton.
Yeah, not the kitchen cotton. You're going to want to make the cotton that doesn't split. and she just makes very simple beanies. And I'm sure if you just go out there and, on YouTube anywhere, unless you've already got a beanie pattern, they are most appreciative, believe you me. And if you make them in all different sizes, colors, they don't care. Stop it. Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Sharon says she likes to do doll blankets with new stitches. Let me see. I need back up here.
I also was looking at the star stitch. The star stitch is really cool.
Oh yes, it's very pretty, and it makes a great beanie. In fact, Crystal at Bag O' Day just put out one. Also, her moss stitch beanie would be another good one to make for cancer patients, because it makes a really nice tight textile, and that would fit really nicely on their heads, especially after they've lost their hair. Let's see. Candy said, Maureen, make one of Keri's special projects. I told you I don't like blankets.
That's not the special project she's talking about.
Oh, it's not?
No.
What special project is she talking
about?
I'll tell
you later.
Okay. Let's see. Pat says that she likes making lap blankets for veterans. Oh, yes. Hey, Coco. Says, hey, Keri, Maureen, working. Hi. So apologies if I miss anyone in the chat. Well, hello, Ladybug.
Hi, Joan. Where's Coco?
She's right up underneath Pat's comment about making lap blankets for veterans.
Coco!
Oh, I've lost a lot of...
Hi, Cornelius. Last I was crocheting away, I wasn't even paying attention. Welcome in. Okay, so Angela, this is the blanket that I'm making. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks on it.
Isn't it pretty?
I don't like the red in it yet.
I told her she just needed to get some more colors around it and she'd be fine. I missed a couple of comments up here. Yes, Yarn Barf. Pat, you might check out Granny D. She's been making do-rags for Sunflower Ashley and Julie Chaffee Maza. I never say her name right.
What's her first name?
Julie.
Julie Chaffee Maza.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be right back.
Okay. Pat says that she's working on blankets for the craft shows in October and November. Oh, that's awesome.
Great.
Let's see, I'm trying to get caught up. Okay, there we go. Yes, my daughter is the blanket queen in my house. She especially likes doing blankets because she can just sit down, pick up, and just, that she just likes making large projects. Blankets, I get bored with. I don't care if I've got 4 or 5, 2, doesn't matter, row repeats. I just get bored with them because the project is so big. So I stick to scarves and wraps, hats, cardigans, my baby dresses for my 2 youngest granddaughters.
Oh, is Ashley Christie? I didn't know that. Thank you, Joan.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, thank you for letting us know about Ashley. I will find my book here real quick.
So how has work, Coco?
Thank you for that.
I need
Yes.
that second cup of coffee. So, y'all know I made this blue blanket. I can't show it all to you because I'm putting a secret border on it. So I'll just show you a little bit of it. These are the colors, and this is what it looks like.
Isn't it pretty?
But it's not going to have this lace border. I'm putting a different border on it.
Keri Jetton wants to know how you like your coffee. I think she's going to go make you a cup.
Oh, I like it with 4 squirts of coffee mate. The sweetening.
The sweet cream?
Yeah.
Sweet cream. Coco says it's kind of slow today, which is why she can be here, but it might pick up soon.
Yeah.
Yarn Barb says she is making a baby blanket, but the stitch is interesting. It's the Victorian German shell blanket by Jonah Martinez. I've not seen that. I'll have to see if I can't find that. Victorian German shell. I bet it's pretty.
Yeah.
What yarn are you using, Yarn Barf? Jet and Keri says, yum. I like mine with coffee mate also. I'm lactose intolerant. Tina, how are you this morning, lady?
Good morning, Tina.
Oh, she's using mandala in the spirit colorway. Oh, girlfriend, mandala is like my most favorite yarn. I love it. In fact, I was able to purchase an awful lot of mandala yarn from a certain little lady that happens to be on panel with me today. So
She didn't get my ombre though.
I know, dadgummit, but that's okay.
Or my happy. Because I'm using the happy to do a Bavarian blanket. Hopefully I can get some more of that. And then I have way more than blanket quantity of all of the others. I think I have 20 cakes of Zen, which is the green one, and then about that much of the purple one, and about that much of the blue one. It's outrageous.
Yep, and she wouldn't share any of it with me. Jet and Keri, it's my crochet story. Hey, Suzanne, how are you? I'm so glad that you popped in.
Hi, Taffy. Oh, my word.
Good morning,
what are you
Taffy.
doing awake?
I know.
It's 8:45 in the morning, girlfriend. What are you doing with your eyes open? Are you preparing for the birthday party?
She has a birthday party to go to?
Yeah, mine on Wednesday.
That's a little early to be getting prepared. Oh, she said she thought the fire alarm went off.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. How are you today?
That must have been a horrible dream that you thought the fire alarm went off.
Right.
What a horrible way to wake up.
Well, I think we've gotten some really good ideas of what to do whenever we've lost our crojo. Start a new project. Um, watch YouTube. Maybe get inspired to do something new. And really, that one really, to me, is probably the number one idea. Watching what other folks are making and doing might spark your interest in something. I know it does for me a lot of times. Oh, Connie.
Okay, Connie, love you.
Please take some Tylenol and lay down for a bit, Ladybug. Yeah. Jet and Keri says, oh man, nothing sounds like fun. Nothing says fun like chasing which smoke alarm is beeping for a battery chain, such as at 4 a.m. Yep. Starting small projects, maybe thinking of a project that you can donate. Those are some good ways to help us get our crojo back. Or maybe just going yarn shopping. Because, see, I'm really bad about going into Joann's or Michael's, even Hobby Lobby, and just, going up and down the aisles and see something and go, oh, that is so pretty. Hi, Sandy. Not really having any idea what I would make with it, but buying enough yarn to at least make a hat and scarf set, or, like Keri was doing, baby blankets. So I really, I think that's a good idea. Just going in and getting a little bit more yarn, because we can always use more yarn.
Yeah, kind of like my Michael's trip to get some washing cakes.
Yeah.
They didn't even ask me what I was going to make, which is a good thing because it would have been like, I don't know. I went to Michael's on Tuesday and actually didn't buy any yarn. I think I'm broken. Oh no, Coco.
Wow, Coco. I always come out with yarn. It might be 2 or 3 skeins, but I always come out with yarn.
Whoops. I gotta see if Coco's Coco, are you an admin on my channel? I mean, not an admin, but you know what I mean. A mod.
Pat, out in West Texas where I live, if I want a Joann's, I have to go to Abilene. If I want Hobby Lobby, I have to go to San Angelo because I live basically right halfway between both of them. But if I want anything from Michael's, I have to order it online. Oh my goodness. I bet your pocketbook was going.
Yeah.
Coco.
You are. You got a blue dress. I looked.
Kathy says that she's starting her second crochet along mandala blanket with Llama Mama.
I was thinking about Krista's doing a crochet along with granny squares, and it's going to have a flower in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
And some blank ones.
Yes.
And the flowers are really pretty. And I thought, and she's doing it in like a mint green. It's really pretty. But I don't know.
Sharon says, when I walk into Michael's and they ask where my daughter is, I'm a regular and we need more craft storage space. Oh, wow, Pat. See, my Hobby Lobby and my Joann's, they're about 45 miles away from me either way. But like I said,
How
no
did
Michael's
his
in sight.
surgery go, Sandy? I'm sorry.
Oh, Sandy. Ugh. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop it.
How did his surgery go, sweetie?
Stop it. Stop it.
Hi, Tammy.
Good morning, Tammy. How are you? Uh-uh. Sorry, I was writing down a...
Oh, post-surgery pain. Yeah.
Oh, goodness, Sandy. Well, I wrote him down in my little prayer book. I'll keep him in my prayers for the next few days.
Yeah.
And you too.
Yeah. Tell him we love him and we're keeping him in our prayers.
Yes.
Sandy Fly. I like that, Keri. I'm going to start calling her that from now on.
There you go. Yeah.
Sandy
Sandy
Fly.
Fly. They only gave him Tylenol and fentanyl right after surgery. This was totally intestinal surgery. Tylenol is not going to touch that pain. No, ma'am, it is not. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness.
The fentanyl will, but not for long.
Yeah. Mm.
Wow. Well, I understand why they're giving him the Tylenol. They're giving him the Tylenol for inflammation. Hi, Daniel.
Hey,
But,
Daniel, how are you?
I mean, come on. They got it. Okay, so give him Tylenol, but give him like a pain medication that has Tylenol in it.
Right.
Like, I don't know, Oxy that
Yes.
has Tylenol in it, but then it's not called Oxy, it's called something else.
Yeah.
Hi, Sharon. Love you.
Love you, Sharon. Thank you so much for seeing us today. Lacey.
Oh, is that what it is? That's why morphine doesn't work for me.
Ooh.
Okay. Noted.
Diamond Girl, did you sneak in on me?
She's been in for a while.
She snuck in on me.
I don't do any over the counter.
Oh, Sandy, I am really sorry.
Oh, that's awful. I'm really surprised that they're not giving him morphine and fentanyl.
But I agree with Yarnbrough. He needs to tell them that he needs a shot of something. Demand good pain pills or pain meds, yes.
Yeah, I'd grab him by their collar and say, "Look here, I need something stronger."
Well, Diamond Girl, I am so sorry I missed you. But I appreciate you being here with us. Oh, well, good. She said he had an up close and personal conversation with his
Good.
doctor first thing this morning. I do believe he got the doctor's attention. Well,
Good.
let's hope he did. That'll be my prayer today.
But not by the collar. Well, you know me, Sandy. I just go right there for the throat.
Well, yeah. Hey, whatever it takes. I understand that, Bridget. She says with her congested heart failure, she can't have any of those kinds of meds. But she's offering up positive thoughts for anyone that's suffering pain. I agree, Yarn Barf. My screaming and crying loudly in the hospital bed would get their attention.
Mm-hmm. Okay, drive safe and tell Mr. Wright we hope he gets better. And
Yes.
we'll be praying for you both.
Yes. I do too, Yarn Barf. I used to tease my colleagues at school all the time. I get a paper cut and it's like, okay, I got to go home. I'm done for the day. I do not, I mean, I do not like pain, and I'm going to let everybody around me know that I am hurting. Sorry for the crinkle you hear behind me, but she's got a
Is
toy.
it the dog?
Yes.
It's okay. It's not bothering me.
Okay.
I have the opposite problem, Yarn Barf. I have a high tolerance and barely get taken seriously. Jeez.
Well, I think that can be just as bad as having a low pain tolerance, but you're right. Having a high pain tolerance, when you try to explain to somebody that you've already reached that threshold, it's like, oh, come on.
I haven't had breakfast yet, Keri.
I'm not a big breakfast eater. I like my breakfast at supper. So normally I get up and have coffee and a protein shake.
I'm going to have yogurt.
Yarn Barf says, when I had emergency surgery for a ruptured ovarian cyst, I got a shot every 4 hours, and a friend was bringing me Demerol in the hospital. Oh. Oh, I'm there with you, Coco. I had 3 girls, and when my back hurts, it really hurts.
I had one natural, and it was the second one. And I was prepared because, I was in pain for the last 6 months of the pregnancy. So, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Jenny T says that she's eating barbecue peanuts.
It's 9:00.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh, Coco, a natural childbirth is like pushing a watermelon out of your left nostril.
Amen. Amen.
That's so not where I thought she was going with that.
Yep.
Oh, ladies, you're so funny. And gentlemen. Well, we should probably go. Oh, I need another coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, we'll be back.
I have 2 kids. The first one, I had a little tiny injection right before I went to 10 centimeters, which barely helped me deal with the pain. It was like, why did I even bother?
Right.
It was a joke. So, anyway, we love you guys. Take care. Be a blessing. Have a blessed day. And remember, a random act of kindness can change the world. Go ahead,
Amen.
Barney.
Love you all.
Bye.